Hi, so today I want to talk about my level editor and the game in general, what I have right now, and probably about some plans in the future. So you start and you create a new level. There is a window, the form, where you entered width, height, and depth, and here's a bit of an explanation. And width and height is in cells, and depth is in floors, and one floor is 13 cells at the moment. So yeah, I'll start with default values 80, 80, and I'm gonna go with 5 floors, right? Press edit, and here we are. That's the editor, nothing here, so I can enable grid, turn it off. So we have a floor. I'm on the third floor, so that's the middle floor right now. I can go down 2 floors and I can go up 2 floors. So and let's go back to the middle. And the first thing I want to do, I'm going to get the tile. That's not actually a tile, it's a set of tiles. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to call them tiles. So I'm going to fill it. And this tool is not normal fill, it just replaces the whole thing together. I can press minus and plus to zoom in and zoom out. Or you can just use buttons here. Also, you can switch different pages and see all the possible columns. Let's call them columns, and I explain why in a second. Now I press W to switch to object placing mode, or just press here, select the main character, place, and from here you can play straight away. I press F or this button and I can run away. I can jump. Also, if I click the player, I can move around and I can disallow jumping. Press F again. Now I can run, but I cannot jump. If I press space, nothing happens. Right. So I can also tweak speed, max health, and jump power. So if I set it to 8, you see I'm jumping way higher because this is a acceleration, initial acceleration. What you see here is a exit from the level. So if I reach it, I'm done, and it appears straight away because there are no objects that set the goal. Actually, I completed the level, and that's the mistake. Since I didn't save it, everything is gone, but I will rebuild it in a second. So I'm gonna make a preview by pressing this button. Now I can save, test, let's say 4, save, done. Now if I quit, I have my level here, so I can press and edit it again. So basically, the exit appears straight away. And in order to change it, I'm going to go to object edit mode and place the victim, because this game only have one goal at the moment, is to collect all victims. And once they all collected, the exit point appears. So initially when there are no victims, nothing happens. Right. So I'm going to remove them all. Now let's talk about why those items are called columns. So if I get any of them, like this one, and place here, for a round and start the game, you see they act a bit of like a 3D objects. They're not 3D, they're just set of layers one on top of each other, but they are in 3D perspective, so they look like a 3D. And you need to use a eraser tool to remove them. And since, oops, what did I do? Oh, okay, yeah. So I get this object and cleared the surface again. Now, there is another tool called AutoTile. You probably saw it if you did some other games, and you can get this object and draw it here. And if I run the game, you see this kind of a concrete wall, but now it's just a wall filled with concrete. And if I get another autotiler, I can make a surface inside, like so. So one autotiler places outside, the other one is inside. So by the way, if I scroll my mouse, I can go from one to another. And now if I run, I see the inside. So it's now a wall with some stuff in it. I cannot enter it yet, so I can use another tool called structures and get the door. There are 3 versions of door, because one is a half that goes to the bottom, one is a half that goes to the top, and one is a full door. I can place it here, so now I can go inside, right? And there's a collision, go straight away with whatever you place there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So from this perspective, from editing, it's kind of 2D. You cannot see what's going on. So you have a thing here that makes it not really 3D, but gives it orthogonal perspective. But you can at least see what's going on here. so I can have a better idea of what I'm building when I'm using these tools. Apart from that, I have other auto tiles like grass, but it will replace. So you see it's not exact squares. If I draw it, it creates an empty area around it. So I can just go back and get this tool and just repaint it all together. And as you can see while I'm drawing, the tile does not repeat itself. So if I draw a straight line, normally it would just repeat, but it uses random variations, and I'm showing a little bit later. So here from structures, I can get stairs, I can place them here, and now I can run stairs, I can run on top of the object, so there's a physics on top of that. So it's not just a flat game, you can actually jump on top of objects, stay there, you know, fall from them, etc. And now floors, I can go to the second floor, and it gives you preview of what is below it. And you can toggle it off if you don't want it. And here you can use the same object. I'm going to use the version of the wall that doesn't have a floor around it. And I'm going to draw exactly the same shape here. And I'm going to use this version with floor, so I can have a, you know, floor in between. Or I can just make a very high building without floors if I want to. So now if I run the game, you see you got a second floor here too. And if I go behind it, it just disappears. So it doesn't obstruct the vision. So if I run here, hold down, I cannot go through here, right? So I also can just place stairs inside, like so. And if I'm go up, I know that I need to remove these tiles, and this eraser tool will only affect stuff that is on this floor. So now if I can go inside this little house, I can go stairs and I can go on the second floor, right? Cool. What else? Another tool is actually not a tool, but the mode is layer mode. So now everything we change is per floor, and all the structures and all tiles, they are per floor. They aren't higher than floor. But if you want to tweak something on a very detailed level, you can switch to layer mode, and it allows you editing each individual layer. So I'm now viewing the layer at 29 right now. So switch back to the floor. That's you see, it's this layer that represents the bottom of the floor of this building and very bottom step of stairs. So if I switch back to the this mode, you can see it, the long bar of the stairs, the floor, and stuff like that. And if I go up, I go layer by layer, and I only editing layer one layer at a time. I'm not using these column tools that I demonstrated before, right? So there are less tools, but they're more specific. So the first is decoration tools, and this one actually gives you all actual tiles, not columns, but actual tiles that you can use with all the variations. So if in previous mode I was only using one dirt and there's no option for four of this, here you can actually you can choose all four of them. Though there is an issue, well, not an issue, it's made by design. If you use any of them, they are kind of coupled together. I might disable it in the future or make it optional, but still. So I draw here, and I just drew one layer. And if I run, you see it's around, right? And I cannot jump here because it has a collision too, but I can stand on it and I can run around it. I probably should have picked another color, but why not? Let's switch back to this mode and go up where I have it here. So I go back to this decoration tool, and I use something else like this grass tile, and again it gives you some variations of it. And now you can see that you can run around and you can place it at any layer you want. And another tool of this mode is you not only have auto tiling, not only place stuff on the layer itself, but you can put stuff on the kind of same layer, but a little bit higher than it, and that's called decoration. It's not placing it on the next layer, it's kind of brushing on top of existing layer. And let me what's the best way of demonstrating it? Well, I'm gonna go to this auto tile mode, and you see it's with this little glowing stars. That means it's a decoration. I should have changed name, but for now, let's keep it like this. And remember what happened when I drew on top of a normal layer. So now if I'm gonna do the same, nothing happens to the underneath layer. And I can run here and there's no gaps between grass and edges of the square tiles. So I go back to the editing mode and I can go into the per tile and I can erase it. And as you can see, it only erases decoration. There is no clear distinction between what is decoration layer, so you cannot toggle on off decoration layer, but it probably will be in the future. And yeah, of course you can just use erase tool to erase it, and use auto tile to use to add this grass and this grass, and then add a rod and some rod connecting to this road and stuff like that. And again, there are different versions. So for instance, if you draw a large road, you can make a gap in it, right? So it's kind of a razor, but with the nice edges. And there are a few more items, like this is a carpet that they put inside of the house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, if you go up and you can, okay, there's a crash. Let me start over. Basically, that's what you currently can do. Okay, there is another auto tile, which is bushes, because you probably read it. This game is highly inspired by Zombie Ate My Neighbors, and the bushes was a big part of the game. So if I go to auto tiles, again, there are two versions, so I can draw with one and kind of erase with another one. So you can also build like a full chunk and then, just make a gap in it nicely. So, okay, I need to erase it first and then draw. And I have some bushes that obstruct my movement. Okay, I demonstrated some objects. There is a tree. It's not finished yet, but it's a whole object. You can interact with it, and it's also contains of multiple layers. And another object is zombie spawner. It's not a zombie, it's just a spawner. And I can make the size larger, so as soon as player steps in this area, the zombie will spawn. And I can manipulate the delay of the spawn, so minimum and maximum delay. So the less the value, the sooner zombies will spawn, so nothing happens. And as soon as I stand here, I see zombies appear. But I cannot do anything with the zombies. They just attack me as soon as they see me. So let me show it. And you see, I have 3 HP. They jump, they run over me. If I want to fight them, I need to place something. And there are 2 guns currently in this game. It's a water gun and bazooka. Water gun just kills 1 zombie. And it has 4 HP, right? I can explode them like that. And another tool is bazooka. And as far as I remember, yeah, I use left and right arrows to change directions. So bazooka shoots rockets, and if they hit, it doesn't kill him. Didn't kill him. Wow. Okay, I need to adjust the damage. But if I shoot bazooka into a tree, it destroys the tree. Or if I shoot bushes or walls, it destroys walls. So it's not static. Everything here is destructible. And as you can see, it gradually falls down. So eventually it will break the ground itself. And if it happens and you fall down, that's kind of game over, right? You shouldn't fall. And yeah, let me see what else. Okay, yeah, of course, the original game had a ability to go through buildings, collect items inside. I didn't implement it fully, but let me show you a little bit of it. So if I place door here and then I get an object and get object door, and this actually not the door, but the way it will open. So if I place it like this and I get a key somewhere here, so if, as you can see, I cannot go through, but I got the key, I get in, I spent the key to open the door. And yeah, let me see if I think I covered everything. I think this doesn't have any effect yet, but that's pretty much it, what I have in the game. And you can also toggle the above layers. I don't think there's anything above, right? So if I go one layer up and build something here, and I go down, you see kind of a preview of what you have above. So that's what I have at the moment. Let me know what you think, and especially what is interesting, what is boring, what do you think is nice, what do you think should be changed, and is there a good idea behind it? Is there anything I should, any reason I should continue this project? Because at this moment, I really like one step from abandoning it altogether. Thanks for watching. I see you later. Bye bye.